from the previous two games here. Will they make it work? But right now, yeah, I think a big question is, you know, the Arlott, of course, Nolan, once again, does he have his own redemption here in the hands of Sensui?
I mean, in front of the Arlott, I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
For BLACKLIST International, but I guess it's a better game for BLACKLIST. I'm just happy I'm not seeing 1-1 here in Game 3.
But just the
my gears are
same,
not turning.
I wish I could say the same. I see a die-off.
I mean, it could work. It could work versus the Tirisla.
Oh, Renegade.
I was going to say, if it's anybody, would you trust Edward with the Dairoth?
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
But this is not an Edward hero, right?
That's my Abunjingjing, man. I don't know. If it's Edward, you got to go 50-50 at least. Like some things you get, let's slide because it's Agent Zero.
Yeah, because he could pull it off.
But what does he do in this game?
Just the same. Something tells me they picked this because they're going all in on the burst, man. The burst is bursting. They may have watched a few clips from Onic.
Was Benedetta banned out? No, right?
It wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't. All right.
Like, I'm literally kind of thinking here. I'm theory crafting in my head.
Yeah, trying to solve it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, like, all Edward has to do is, well, aside from just being Edward, is get the armor penetration on. Like, if you land the Abysm Strike, great. If you don't, at least now you set up the big dam.
Here's the thing. You're also giving the Valentina the Abysm Strike. And it goes through against all of these heroes on the side of BLACKLIST International.
I actually like the Abysm Strike more than the Decimation these days.
Yeah.
Like looking at it. Again, theoretically speaking, there's a lot on the line here. BLACKLIST here have to answer. It's Echo first up on the Turtle Pit. Pulling them out. JP with a flicker spent. Feathered Air Strike coming in from Yue. Turtle here approaching half health. Hey, the Dragon! Plus a heavy spin! Penalty zone spent up already! Carl's easy, spinning out of the way. JP still alive, but just barely.
Oh my goodness.
Dashing on through. That's the Arlott's kit at maximum capacity. Who's the Turtle gonna go over to? There's a knockup. Carl TZ scores one. Look at the back line. It's Edward looking for it. And he gets first blood on a JP, but he pays the iron price.
Oh, that's worth for Echo, man. JP played that turtle fight fantastic on the Arlott.
Yeah, again, you know, first blood, though, going in the hands of Edward here. Does that result into much? I mean, it was the first blood for the Turtle, but if you just look at that team fight, the way it went, that's, I feel like one of the downsides here for Sensui and Nolan in general is you really just have to wait. Like, you can't show your face for those objective fights. So then what that's doing is, all right, team, you got this. I'll come through when I'm ready, you know, when it's my time.
There's this hidden rule of engagements for, you know, for junglers. If you're an assassin, you don't really start Turtle.
Yeah.
And you also wait for spells to be casted before you actually contest Turtle, unless you're Kaltis or Kyrie or something. But that's the main problem of BLACKLIST International. It's hard already to deal with the front lines of Echo, like the Teresa and the Arlott, but you also have to deal with the heavy spin of the Akai. They did a good job of kicking Carl TZ away to force out the heavy spin, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really enough.
Oh, here we go. Perfect angle for Renegade. The Hitman hit the way of the Dragon, but not the right time. Carl TZ popping the heavy spin.
That's also one thing that you need to consider, like the only dash, the only vengeance that could come out from the Arlott after the heavy spin.
Oh, Edward, okay. He might get caught out here.
That's a 2v1. Penalty zone spent in by 40. Sensui. Oh, looking to bait out something. Wow. Sanford very low. Flickering away. Sanford still alive via the... Exactly, BOS.
Sorry,
you know it.
The BOS.
You know it.
That Smith body.
Yeah, where's the big dam, bro?
No, there's not
There's
enough
not
big
yet.
dam yet.
All right.
That's later. That's like, you know.
I'll wait.
5 minutes in, maybe after this, another 5 minutes.
The big dam auditor's backing me up.
Oh, Sanji.
Oh, interesting.
There's the dashes. There's the way of the Dragon kicking. JP, Feathered Airstrike, the answer by Yue. Final slash coming in. The Hitman becomes the hit. And now it's a 4v5 here in the Turtle Pit. Sensui dashing on out again. The whole situation. Playing an assassin in this current metagame. It opens up a smorgasbord of problems for BLACKLIST as Echo scores one.
Something tells me JP has been practicing this Arlott roam. It's not just to steal the Arlott away from Edward, but it is a potential, you know, a potential lineup for Echo that they have been working on for these past few days. And JP has been phenomenal on these vengeances on the Arlott, and it really amplifies the strength of the Zero, especially with the Brave Smite, because you get a lot of HP from every spell that you cast every 6 seconds, and it's HP based. So this gives a lot of sustainability for Echo with just the Arlott alone.
Yeah, and not only that, but the setup potential that you have with the Arlot paired
Oh my
with the
goodness.
Charisma.
Heavy spin on Abun Jing Jing, changing his zip code, sending him right into the nether realm.
Okay, so back to that, you know, Edward, the 50-50. Dyroth still not looking too hot.
Yeah.
He's face down right in mid, man. He's taking a
Even-
nap.
A dirt nap.
Even in the hands of Edward, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the hands of Edward.
Difficult. It's difficult, and that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lane
man.
hero.
And that's the thing, is I wasn't even talking about the heavy spin. All I was making a point of is JP with the final slash paired with a Charisma. Right, there's already a ton of set potential there. PL
Oh, the dodge. Okay.
Good
all right.
response from
Mechanics.
Oheb. But this is still troublesome, right? You can see this. Carl TZ still playing himself here on the top side. The rest of the team here.
Oh my goodness. Damage.
Big 4v4, the battle for this tier 1 up top. And it looks like Echo's going to take their time. The discipline call. Blacklist going to back off.
And again with the lineup here, the biggest thing for BLACKLIST International is they're just playing at the pace that Echo's setting. You know, and that's kind of the trouble part. Oheb again.
Oh, missed a lot of spells.
Oh! Heavy spin, that's it. Oheb getting fed to the wolves.
You know, it's Carl TZ again. Like, you mess up, fine. I'm still Carl TZ. I'm still going to be able to do it.
Uh-oh, 40 here gets caught out way of the dragon from the hitman, serving him up to the mid lane magician as Yue takes him down. And
Edward?
the 1, 2 for 1. Carl DZ falls and make it another double kill for Renegade. Sanji's gonna be up next, spinning that flicker. He comes back, feathered airstrike. Edward flickers on out of range. Benny Cutie
Benny.
gonna do some cleanup here as he takes down Yue.
Sensui.
Sensui trading out. This is where a Nolan shines.
There's the clap back.
Yep. These small skirmishes are really beneficial for BLACKLIST International, especially when Echo has exhausted their spells and their resources. Sanji, though.
Oh, Renegade. He's playing with fire here. Way the dragon serving him up to the assassin as Edward scores. Oh, Sensui. Gonna have to back
Got
out
him
of
off
here
with
as
the reset.
They got him
Edward
off the turtle.
takes down Renegade, and the turtle is back. That whole sequence took all this time for Carl TZ to respawn.
Well, that allowed for the reset. I don't think that was worth for BLACKLIST International. Like, with the Valentina kill, yes, you are able to like make this Valentina suffer, but you're still giving away objectives towards Echo, and now they're gonna be able to once again play their momentum, play their strengths. This is mid game now. This is where the Irithel really shines for the side of Echo. While BLACKLIST International, you still have damage in the form of the Nolan. But when they group up on the side of the Orcas, it's going to be hard for you to find these skirmishes wherein the Nolan and the Dirot shines.
So itemization-wise, you know, is BLACKLIST International where they need to be? This is also just the Berserker's Fury being picked up for Oheb. Are they at that point where now, okay, the damage is online?
They have the damage. They have the Berserker's Fury. The Farsight is also online. The Malefic Roar is also available on Sensui. Your main concern is still the Arlot. Your heroes, they do make sense, but they need to still deal that damage into Echo. But with the Arlot just roaming around, going inside the back line, you know, utilizing the final slash to make sure that BLACKLIST is not able to fight to their own terms, it's still hard for BLACKLIST to execute this team fight that they want against Echo.
Oh, look at this, an awkward bush check
he's
here
dead.
coming in. Sensui dashing through, using the gauge to
where's
get
the
on
heavy spin?
out of there. Nope, not gonna spend it. Oh,
Okay.
Kyle TZ oddly friendly here.
Nah, the Nolan still had the ulti.
All right, he knows that the fracture would save Sensui. All right. Fight's about to break down in bottom. Look at JP coming in, flicker, final slash, the kick saving Oheb, but there's one. Carl TZ pinning down Edward. Yue already spending the heavy spin.
Oh my God,
rather
JP!
feathered airstrike. There it is, an answer once more from Sanji, popping Agent Zero.
Man, Sanford.
Boom! Flicker penalty zone. Sanji pops Oheb, but they're in too deep. Much like Sum 41, another final slash coming in. Penny Cutie unable to take down JP unless Renegade. Oh, that's it. Bodies have dropped in the
JP.
bottom lane. Echo are so in it.
Man, the Arlot still the biggest problem, the biggest thorn in the neck on the side of BLACKLIST International. Again, they have the damage, they have the kits, but they have to deal with this Arlot.
You have opportunities.
JP?
Oh, this
Watch
could be it.
out, he's down to
There it is.
0 health, just like that. Respect the burst from Sensui. Now Sanji and Sanford putting up a line between
Renegade.
Edward and the rest of Echo. Renegade here, no man's land, caught out between all 4 members. He's down, 1-for-1 trade so far. And now Sensui coming in, popping Sanji, and he gets out.
The assassination right there. Both roamers also down. So no one want to commit to this Lord just yet. Might wait it out. Both tier 1 still up as well. So neither team has that little bit of advantage. Sensui also just picking up a BOD.
Oh, he has so much damage.
He's level 15.
This is where it's at. This is the moment for the big damage to come through.
All right, noted. I will remember.
gonna get the purple buff. And Carl Teasy will be the one to step it up, as they have to. He has to be the one to start this.
2 level gaps, by the way, between
2.
Carl Teasy and Sensui.
Sensui's been all over the place, man. You know, given the situation that they're in against this lineup, this is probably the best way you can play the Nolan.
JP.
Oh,
There they
got
go.
Edward and Renegade. There's a knock-up. There's a final slash. The 2 frontliners from Blacklist sent into the air. Carl Teasy with the headbutt. Oh, they're playing footsies. They don't
Oh,
know
Sensui,
for
Sensui.
sure. Look at Sensui. JP catches him, and there's the damage. Feathered airstrike coming in. JP put down to 1/10 of his health. He heals up. He gets on out of there. It's another reset.
Oh, Sanford.
Good
Oh,
dodge.
that's a false penalty zone. No one home.
That's Flicker, though. That's Flicker.
Yep. Big resources. Now the kick. Carl Teasy spends his heavy spin. Look at Sensui holding that bush. Oh, they're going to have to back off.
Oh, Blackness is playing this.
Oh, Carl
team
Teasy
fight, but
smells
not-
something. Hilu spots him. Look at that big damn. Carl Teasy goes down. Renegade slays him. Not enough of appeal from Echo to save the young goat.
I approve. That was some big damn right there. They're still
Oh,
going.
they're still going. Sanji goes down. OM gets a ball in his face. And now they're looking for vengeance.
Here comes Sensui.
Looking for retribution.
Sensui!
And now Sensui goes down. Sensui once more with a big damn. Yue goes. Benny Cutie. Oh, he was too little too late to the party. Now he's going to get punished unless underneath the turret they kick him up all with the bike.
Man, that was, I gotta just say, the way that Ducati looked in that moment, that
Bunny
was
hopping.
perfect.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. But what's more fantastic is the juggle that Sensui has been doing against Echo. Echo, they wanted to initiate, but they needed to find Nolan first. They needed to know where Sensui was. Because the past fight, they were able to get some kills, but Sensui was able to assassinate some meters as well, like this.
Oh no, the heavy spin from Carl Teasy already spent. Oh, head's trapped! Carl Teasy dealing enough damage to kill him. Carl Teasy still alive, the way of the dragon from Renegade. They pop him, Sensui gets another. And look at this. Lore's gonna be scored here by Blacklist International, but Edward goes down. Sanji gets the kill. JP says conceal play.
Sensui
Let's
again.
go. Watch Sensui at half health, control of the Y bush. Sanford still in control. Oh! Damn! Sanji goes down. Penalty zone. Sensui still dodges. Gauge on gauge on gauge. Sensui, a monster here. 6-0-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nolan.
This looks like to be the best game we've seen from Nolan yet. Yep, and it's only the 2nd time. So, again, sample size pretty small, but this one is going in favor of Sensui here. The way that he kind of had to adjust that patience level.
Yeah, this is peak Nolan I've seen. The way he juggles these fights, the way he waits for the perfect opportunity, the timing, the patience. Sensui has it all, and Echo. Yes, they do have better control, they do have better juggle against Blacklist International, but the one thing they don't have is the vision over Sensui. They needed to see where the Nolan is, and Sensui is not giving them any information whatsoever.
Wow. If they do shut him down, though, imagine the gold.
Look at this damage dealt.
63.9k on a jungle. When was the last time we've seen this? This stat line. It's
been a while.
jungle player.
He's going to start farming heroes.
Yeah, been a while. Again, I mean, look at the gold.
Yeah, 11k.
Massive here. So if you're Echo, you're kind of wondering, how do we deal with this?
I mean, you start buying some Antikyros for sure. Antikyros, Blade Armor, Immortalities. You know, you need Sustain.
Twilight Armor.
You need Reset, Twilight Armor. Anything that could help you, mitigate this damage output coming out from Blacklist International. Twilight does help. Also against the Bruno, because the crits are going to start hurting in the late game.
Yeah, again, a lot of this Nolan play relies on being able to count on the team to get the enemy team where they need to be in terms of the health. You get to shine, but still there's been a lot of finesse from Sensui. And as we wait pretty much for this next objective, it's still nearly a minute away. So Echo has to decide, how do we approach this? That's why you also have these immortalities popping up.
Yeah.
They can buy a little more time, especially on these heroes that are going to be up either peeling or initiating, right?
Yep.
JP still going to be crucial here. How he's able to utilize the final slash and, of course, keeping Benny Cutie alive. And I would say, too, Edward has, from what he experienced in the early game, that mid-game transition, he has been just kind of sitting on Benny Cutie.
It's still a Deeroth.
Yeah, it is still a Deeroth. You still got to watch out for him. And so he's been making Benny Cutie's life a little difficult, right? Now, that's the big point here. Now, for Echo, once again, they want to get this Tier 1 down in the mid lane so that they have some space to work around with now that this Lord is up. But right now, it doesn't look like they'll be able to. So they got to fight around with a space disadvantage.
This is crucial for Blacklist. You thought it was going to show up on the bottom lane.
Yep, they have to pull the trigger.
Renegade.
Checking the bush. And they're forcing the advantage here. Look at this. Even Tsutsui coming in early already, trying to burst down Carl Teasy. No dice.
They just want to get some of these resources out if they can. I feel like it's really the game plan for Blacklist International is let's test the waters. What can we get out from Echo?
Ooh, somebody saw Sensui use the ultimate.
Yep, they know that the fracture is off. And I'd say it's just a couple of seconds in. There's a big kick, and there's a heavy spin from Carl Teasy. Lord still up. Godlike now is Sensui as they take down the Lord. Another one for Blacklist, and now they're going to burst him down. Benny Cutie, he's going full in. And Renegade's very low. He's still alive. Oh, Lord.
Sensui's there. Sensui's still there.
Sensui's still going to clean up, and JP gets a shutdown. Big gold over to Echo.
I thought Sensui was backing, and then he stopped. What, to think he was going to get some picks? Is that what?
Well, nah, Echo knew. Echo knew he was still there.
I thought he was already like in the clear to go back.
What a call. And through that whole debacle, Sanji did not use IMU. Is this a long con? Is this a macro play by Echo?
He had the fracture, the fracture as well. But I think at this point you need to steal the feathered airstrike.
And Sanji just couldn't find the range.
Yeah, you need more you need bypass as well against Blacklist International. But man, Sensui has been fantastic on this Nolan jungle for Blacklist International. Again, constantly assassinating the heroes on Echo. Carl Teasy didn't stand a chance right there as the full burst was able to take him down. He didn't have immortality at that point in time. So Blacklist International was able to get the Lord, but Echo does defend. So we are going to wait for the next Lord to spawn unless Echo is able to make some moves.
Oh, Yue commits. Coming in, penalty zone from 40. Big knockup from the Hitman. And JP here gets Bob. Carl Teasy isolating Yue. Benny Cutie takes him down. Big pickoff. Oheb as well in trouble. And he's still alive. Popping the wind of nature. Big trade. JP for 2. 2 for JP. Sensui exposed. Down goes Benny Cutie. Sensui slays him. 2 for 2.
Man, what a trade that was. Again, Benny Cutie trying to do what he has to on the Zerathil, but still the set potential, the damage being thrown at him for Blacklist International is too much to deal with right now.
Yeah, there's so much burst. Like, the Farsa and the Nolan alone is crazy enough for Echo to deal with, and you also have to deal with the Bruno. Even though they had a fantastic opening to that team fight, just the drawn-out duration of that fight allows Blacklist International to pump out more damage than Echo.
The crazy, right? They handled that fine. Echo was fine there. Then defending their base, you could still say, of course, you know, they found some success in a way. They also did get some of that shutdown gold earlier when they took Sensui out. So, you know, as we reach to the 20-minute mark, this is getting to a point now where Echo will start to equalize, at least in terms of itemization, right? They should be able to match up well, but I still think that leaves to beg the question here is, do we have the game plan to deal with the burst? Because even from the last Lord fight, with Lord coming up in about 15 seconds, that's still something that Carl Teasy has to solve along with the rest of the team. We saw just how quick him on the Sakai was bursted down to the point where you force the heavy spin and then you take him out of the picture so he's not there to contest that retribution with a Lord. So now it's like, okay, what do we do around that? Do we plant JP in the front, Sanford there? Who is protecting Benny Cutie? That's the questions that need to happen.
Hello. JP spots Edward trying to camp in that bush near the rock Ursa. Gentlemen, allow me to present a thesis while we witness a Lord dance. Something tells me Echo's just improvising.
It's not about like the hero that is poise in the front line, but it's more of Echo engaging when they see the no-land. Because if they use the resources, like let's say against Edward or Renegade, Sensui just comes in and assassinates your backline, assassinates Benny Cutie or Carl Deasy even, and Blacklist after that is going to be able to reset because of the mobility coming out from Sensui, and of course the range factor that is coming out from Yue with a feathered airstrike that will force Echo out to disengage. And I think that's where you start, where you need to start making some difference here for the side of Echo. Instead of actually disengaging, you need to re-engage with the Arlot. Something that we've seen from the likes of the early game team fights where JP just constantly pushed forward so that Blacklist International's team fight crumbles.
Renegade, Blacklist, they've had it. It's time for something to happen. Concealed play spent. Blacklist International exposing their positions. Way of the Dragon, off angle, on the Carl Teasy. In comes a feathered airstrike from Yue. Not much has been hitting off of these barrages, the volleys, no one home. Now, Echo noting these resources. Benny Cutie roaming, patrolling the eastern hemisphere, the right side of the map, as Sensui takes control of that bush.
They know some of these resources are down. No feathered airstrike, no Way of the Dragon right now from Blacklist International. Echo, they're going to go ahead and try something here. Edward.
Oh, Bunjingjing down to a fifth of his health. Sensui like a statue, like a gargoyle watching. Sanford's going to spot him here. Oh, the Body Smith protecting that Terizla, keeping him up. Lord here at a fifth of its health. Still, all of the key ults online for Echo. Enough time for Blacklist as well. They're online as well. Quick knock-up. Huey, another feathered airstrike. Sanji, very low. Benny Cutie at half health. Carly spends his heavy spin. And now the Lord goes on over to the Orcas. And they pop a few mortalities. Down goes Carl TZ, JP as well.
The rundown.
Out. Cyclone Eye on out of here. And they are turning. 3 down from Echo. Blacklist smell blood.
Wow. Crucial for Carl TZ there. He got the Lord. But still, can they actually defend against this?
This is what they call TikTok timers. It's way too long.
You need to be careful. He deals so much damage. Sensui.
And Benny Cutie spots him, taking him out. And that's a pickoff. Benny Cutie here going to get picked off himself. Gets blasted by Yue. Pops his immortality. And down he goes. It's just Sanji left to defend. It's just Sanji left to defend.
1 minion left here. Sanji should be able to clear it up. Lord now at the bottom of the base.
There is a siege minion. Sanji clears it.
Okay, there's a next wave. There's a next wave coming out from Blacklist.
Oh, he pops him, steals the worldie. Is this going to be enough? Oh, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacklist International sitting at match point.
And this winning moment is brought to you by